Good morning, everyone. We're coming at you from Tokyo, Japan. We just woke up. It is 5:40 in the morning. We got a big day trip today to Nasu Highland Park. I'll explain a little bit more about what's going down today on our walk over to the train station. So this morning we are heading to one of our bucket list parks of the trip, Nasu Highland, like I said, and it's going to be quite the journey to get there. Evan's going to explain it for the viewers.
Yeah, so first we need to take the metro down to Tokyo Station so we can get on a bullet train there.
First one of the trip?
Yeah, we're going to take a bullet train up to a station that's kind of near Nasu Highland. Yeah, so then we just take a bus to the park, and the bus is probably going to be a long experience, so we'll see how that goes. That's the only part of the day that's going to be a little bit not really know what we're going to do, so we'll figure it out.
This is also kind of a risk. This park is our biggest detour of the trip easily, and it's one that's very weather dependent. Their signature coaster Big Boom will not operate in any precipitation as far as I know, and while the weather looks like it's going to hold up for us today, it's going to be very cloudy with no sun, and that's what's concerning us a little bit. And last we checked, there was a chance of some rain. It shouldn't rain, but there's definitely a chance, and one drop comes down and it's over, I feel like, for Big Boom, and that would be such a bummer. I don't know what we would do in that case, because Josiah and I especially really want to do it. It's a super rare My Show looping coaster, probably the most well-known coaster My Show has ever done. That's a manufacturer I'm sure many of you have never heard of. That's because they're super obscure, and you only see a lot of their rides in Asia.
Yeah, the other thing too also is the fact that we're having to spend probably close to $100 worth of transportation a day because it's such a detour. It's 3.5 hours up, 3.5 hours back, so this is easily like the big commitment that we're making towards the park. So man, if we miss Big Boom, it's gonna suck.
Boys, you ready for a big day?
Let's do it. Big Boom. Big Boom.
Wish us luck. Yo, our first bullet train! We're on the bullet, and this is a 7-Eleven haul. This is my breakfast. It's all carbs, but it looks so good. This is some sort of chocolate chip pastry. Oh my god, that's so good, bro. I'm addicted. And we got the white danishes with chocolate. Healthiest meal for an American. Oh, that's great too. Oh my gosh. The strawberry yogurt that I've been getting while in Japan so far. This stuff is to die for. It's so delicious. We have made it to Nasu Shiobara Station. I can't believe it. Look at this thing.
May I just point out the 70-80 degree drop on Big Boom? Are we serious?
I cannot wait to experience that.
Insane.
Oh my god!
That's looking terrifying, bro. Oh my gosh.
That's normal to these people? I'm moving. Bus is in 10 minutes. Evan, what?
Yeah, it's 48 stops, takes an hour and 10 minutes from the train station to get to Nasu Highland.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, this place is an adventure for sure.
So that means the bus from the station to the park is going to take about as long as that bullet train took. That's crazy. This thing is taking us way out of the woods. This is sick. Holy crap. As we're pulling up, here we are, Nasu Highland, but we get out of the bus and it's very faint. You guys can't see it, but it is drizzling, which is really not great. This should die any second now, and it's so light, I don't know if it'll cause any issues, but it's still nerve-wracking for sure. Big Boom isn't actually on the closure list though, so I'm still hoping. Just like at Tobu Zoo from the last video, you pay separate for admission and your on-ride wristband here, but you can get a combo ticket and it's about $45 US. This place looks really cool and retro so far. I love it, except I have to question its mascot. What the hell is that? This is so wild. The park is gorgeous. It's so colorful, and like I said, retro I think is a great word to describe it. Super old school feel to it, and from what I hear, it's just quintessential Japanese park, and I believe it. Dude, wow, the theming here is low-key awesome. This is the foreground to the River Rapids ride, or maybe, I don't know, water ride of some kind. Might be a log flume. We might have to give that a spin later, especially now that it's clearing up. Seems like the weather's getting a little bit better. Oh my gosh, I just realized, Jack, you can walk behind here. That's crazy. All right, first up today is going to be Shinpi, which is an indoor roller coaster from Zamperla, just a powered coaster, so for families, but it looks pretty cool. And this one of course can operate in the rain because of the fact that it's half indoor, half outdoor. That was pretty interesting. I don't know if I was able to find a substitute for POV footage. Japanese parks are super strict, so I don't know how much I can record here, but I'll try my best to explain that. So pretty long layout, first and foremost. It's powered by electricity, but it can still run in the rain because it's half enclosed, and that was pretty cool. I mean, the indoor sections, I thought the theming was actually quite solid. You had a lot of really cool lights. There was this giant mouth that you fly through at one point. It was just a nice, fun family coaster, and the outdoor section is just a slow, scenic tour. Interesting ride, and we're getting on the Vekoma SLC up next, our potential #1 roller coaster coaster in the country.
Yeah, the indoor coaster was actually pretty cool. The theme was nice. I like how they light up the scenes as you come. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was actually a lot of fun for a family coaster.
That was very weird. There was a giant cat at the end and it ate us.
That was so strange, man. Powered coaster went outside and then there's like a giant bunny that we went through at the end or something.
We all interpret that to be a different animal, because I thought it was a human, Josiah thought it was a cat, you thought it was a rabbit.
Oh, I thought it was a rabbit, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, this thing opened in 1995. Pretty nervous about it. I've heard horrible things, but the location's beautiful with the mountains surrounding the park. Also pretty interesting, this was actually built by Maisho, even though it was manufactured by Vekoma. And Maisho, of course, is a big thing over here in Japan, so that's kind of a little cool collaboration there. F2 Panic Flight or whatever the hell it's called. Absolutely atrocious. So the restraints, they have a lot of extra padding on that helps a lot with headbanging. So it's not like that painful, but God, if that shakes, bro, that's unbelievably shaky.
Yeah, this shake on it is absolutely, it's almost comical how shaky it is. But yeah, I mean, you're basically like locked in there with this like padded thing, and so you can't even really get headbanging. So I mean, it's just a weird experience, but it's not good.
I low-key liked that, bro.
What the hell, Jack?
Why do I like SLCs? It felt like the ride was gonna fall apart. It didn't feel all that safe, low-key, but it's so intense. And there are a couple really good near misses. Setting is beautiful, loved the lift hill. The restraints were like really bulky, but they're very padded, so it's like low-key comfortable. Like you're gonna get shaken around, but it doesn't hurt.
I genuinely feared for my safety on that. We were going up, I was looking at those rusty stairs. Look guys, I know things are safer than they appear sometimes, but that was truly jank. And I've done a lot of these pieces of crap. That was toward the top of crap rides in a good way. It didn't really hurt, it was just jank. I don't know, it was just jank.
Worth for the experience.
Totally, I'll do it again later, absolutely. But yeah, no, I did fear for my safety, and I don't know how much longer that has, because there could be an accident, but it was an interesting ride.
I think Batfly is going to be up next. I'm actually super excited for this. It looks crazy, and it's right behind this gnarly looking log flume too. Super shallow drop, but that looks really refreshing. So what we saw earlier was in fact a rapids ride, but just to talk more about Batflyer for a second, this is one of the few Caripro Batflyer models left in the world. It opened in 2001, but it was actually standing by not operating for a number of years after 2017. There was actually a public fund from loyal fans of the park to get that thing back up and running, and it worked, and it's back, and it's so cool. I've done one of these before at Skyline Park in Germany, and I thought it was extremely interesting. It's super peculiar, and I low-key can't wait to do that. Look at that thing go. It's so bizarre. And then following that, it's just a nice, fun glide around the park. It looks like almost a single file seating arrangement. The other one I did at Skyline Park was like you face each other, almost like you're doing a spinning coaster. This is so ridiculous. What is going on right now? Oh my God. I'm solo on this one. It's fun. It's like a suspended coaster. It swings back and forth a little bit. Oh, the brake runs are not nice though. I do not like those. What is going on? It's a cool park so far. Oh, that's it? Bruh. No, what the hell was that? That was so weird. I thought it was gonna be a much longer ride because I did the one at Skyline Park in Germany, like I said, and it was much longer than that. But also the brake runs are horribly uncomfortable. Oh my God, it's so bad.
That was bad. There's a few trims, I think, throughout the ride that really hurt, and then the brake run just slams you to a stop. It's unique, but I didn't really enjoy it.
What a bizarre, like a suspended steeplechase. That's what that was. Remember Blackpool?
Yep.
That's what it felt like to me. It's kind
I
of
liked the SLC more. We're in the thrill ride area. You have 3 coasters concentrated in this little section, and back here, that's the elusive Big Boom. It looks so cool. Now, sadly, it is closed right now, but we do think it'll come back up. There are people actually blow drying the drive tires. I kid you not. I'm feeling good about our chances. Everything else seems like it's come up from the bad weather, including some stuff that was closed when we initially walked into the park. And if they're actively working on it now, I think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing this thing do its first few test runs. First, I think we want to do the spinning coaster, this yellow spinner. It looks so awesome. I've actually heard great things about it. It's called Spin Turn Coaster. This is also from Maisho, actually, which is pretty awesome. It's just so cool to do a bunch of my show coasters. You know, these are our first ones we've ever done. And then another one that I'm really looking forward to is the Camel coaster right next door too. That's actually this red one here. It was closed due to rain, and it seems like it has come back up, which is actually what gave us the optimism that Big Boom would probably reopen as well. That is also a my show coaster, and even cooler, our first jet coaster we'll have ever done. That's unbelievable. That's like Japan's version of a mine train coaster you might see in America, where it's just super shallow dips, stupidly tame, but I just think it's so fascinating to experience, so I can't wait for that. Was able to record on this one. This is actually a POV from later on in the day too. I wanted to show you guys what this looked like when you were spinning a bunch, because our first ride today, we actually didn't spin a whole lot on this, so hopefully this is a more accurate representation of how awesome this ride can be. We're off balance. Jack is in the car in front of me, so wish us luck. Oh boy. Oh! 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 Oh my God! Oh! Oh! What the hell? Ah! Oh my God, I'm so dizzy. So this is later in the day, but the other guys didn't want to re-ride the spinning coaster because they weren't a big fan of it. Jack and I wanted to give it another try because we've heard online that if you get it off balance, this can spin amazingly. And in fact, it spun amazingly. That was unbelievable. It's a top 5 spinning coaster I've ever done. I cannot believe it. I mean, the footage spoke for itself. Holy crap.
That was nuts. I was spinning like a top towards the end. The first half was just kind of whatever, and then we hit like one little dip, and then we just started going insane. That's one of my favorite spinners.
It looks like Big Boom is literally about to come up, which is unbelievable. We're about to do a huge bucket list coaster. There it is in all of its glory. That's the only inversion in the park outside of the SLC. It's a crazy circular loop, a lot like a Schwarzkopf one, so I'm sure the positive G-force you're gonna pull on that is gonna be absurd. Also, the drop on this is supposed to be one of the most ridiculous, ludicrous drops in the world. The angle of descent, that's not even the crazy thing. It's how you go into the drop. You have a little bit of speed going into it.
I did a whole video on this ride. It's the kink. It drops, it holds that angle, whatever angle it is, between maybe 70 and 80. It holds that about 3/4 of the way down and doesn't actually transition to flat until the very bottom. Once we get over there, I'm sure Mark will show you guys, but it's ridiculous.
I just saw it for the first time. Oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's something to do with the angle off the drop, and then it maintains it.
Right, that's the thing. And because this was a one-off coaster by Meisho, I just don't think they knew or cared. And we have this now, and I'm so glad it's around.
Oh, it opened. Evan ran over and is in line. That's incredible. I can't believe it. All right, guys, here we go on Big Boom in the front row. We were able to film on ride, and this looks unbelievable. And the sun's out too. What a miracle, dude. The view, bro.
The view's wild.
That's stupid.
I'm actually terrified.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
This is stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! I can't believe the forces! Oh! I feel like I just broke a bone! Oh! And tires to brake! What the heck is this?
Really weird system.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? That was so cool to experience that. It feels like a piece of history. I cannot believe that drop. It's one of the most ridiculously deep profile drops that I've ever seen. And when you're in the back row, that was punchy and it sustained that airtime. Holy cow, we were all flipping out. And then up into this camelback, not much force there, but still fun. And that loop is awesome. The positive forces on that definitely feels like a Schwarzkopf loop. And then I unironically liked feeling how the drive tire slowed you down. That was so peculiar. Oh my gosh, how did we just do that?
That was potentially, no, that was a top 5 drop in the world. Are you kidding me? What the hell? That? It's exactly what I said looking at it earlier. It's got that kink. I'd say the first third of the drop, it really feels like you're on a regular roller coaster drop. And then you got 2/3 down and you're like, wait, we're going vertical, but we're almost to the ground. And then you get right next to the ground and it just snaps you flat.
It shallows out so last minute.
Oh my gosh, my spine just compressed. And the loop, the forces through that loop really make me wonder how some of those like alleged 12G shuttle loop was that used to exist. Meisho, you guys were something else.
The only downside is the restraint sucked. I'm sure Evan has a thing or two to say.
Yeah, because that's one thing about me, like restraints can kind of ruin a ride for me. And I would say this ruins the ride, but it definitely hinders the ride for sure. I do think there might be a chance that we can figure out how to ride it better, and so maybe you can get around it. But beyond just the restraints, it is still an absolutely amazing coaster. The drop is absolutely ridiculous. Desai mentioned it perfectly, how it's like the first half feels like a regular drop, and then suddenly it's like Sky Rush where you have like the car crash at the end of the drop. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely gives me Sky Rush vibes with the drop for sure. But also just the ride in general kind of feels like a steel Toro with the beginning of it. The loop blew me away. I almost completely lost my vision. It was so intense. But yeah, the restraints are pretty awful. They started to really bug me towards the end of the ride. So even though the ride is really short, I don't know if I'd even want it to be much longer because the restraints are pretty painful.
This coaster has some of the least leg room that I've ever seen. You have to ride crisscross on that. That's the only way to make it even tolerable. Otherwise, it's like so crammed in there. That's stupid. Hey, Mayshow, guess what? You can use any other form of braking, by the way. Okay, we got a back row. That was stupid.
Oh yeah, now I know how to ride it a little bit more too. You kind of hold your restraint so it doesn't come down too hard on your shoulders, and then you can fully experience the airtime, and the back is absolutely amazing.
It's very easy to get room if you sit up as high as you can. Like, get your shoulders as high as possible.
They don't
jam
staple.
into the restraints. They don't staple, they only pull up. So if you can get a lot of room like that, and then you just have both hands on the bottom of the restraint to hold it up the whole ride, the drop, it makes it so much better. The drop is absolutely ridiculous. I think for me personally, I would take Skyrush and X2's drop over that. That might be it.
I'd say it's a top 5 drop for me personally, and I've been on over 1,000 roller coasters around the world. It's that ridiculous. Overall, Big Boom, what an incredible headlining coaster. It was so worth coming out to the park, and I'm really enjoying the rest of it too. The weather is absolutely beautiful now, and we have one more big roller coaster to get on, the Camel coaster, which, like I said, is a MyShow jet coaster. It's low-key pretty massive, so I'm looking forward to experiencing it. I don't think it'll be that crazy or anything, but it's 100 feet tall. It's pretty nuts. First jet coaster that was low-key really fun. It didn't do anything force-wise, like it was super gradual, super tame. That being said, I'd put it up there as one of the most beautiful views I've seen from any roller coaster, and the whole thing is stunning. The location of this park is repeatedly blowing my mind.
Yeah, that was really cool. The track is actually pretty smooth, just the transitions are not great. The ride also just doesn't really do a whole lot, but it's still fun, and the views are amazing. So yeah, decent ride.
The views were stunning on that. I didn't think the actual coaster was good, but I didn't really mind too much just because I was enjoying the view the whole time.
I really liked it. It's not jarring, it's just blocky transitions. It's like an old Arrow kind of, that's what it felt like.
This park's use of space is unbelievable. Sure, they haven't added anything in a long time, but I admire what they did back in the day because this is like so much coaster track interwoven together. I also think the theming is really funny. There's actually a lot of American theming here too, so I feel very invited. This has a bunch of American items like hot dogs and burgers. Oh man, that's so cool. All right, we bailed from the American restaurant because we wanted to try something more authentic. This is steak, this is pork. That's what I'm gonna try. Woo! Yo, look at this. This is crazy. It was 10 bucks for the 2 skewers, which is a little pricey for Japan, but the boys are telling me it's really good. Are you actually kidding me? This is our first theme park meal in Japan, and it is unreal how good this is. We just walked by this flat ride, and there is a water gun right here. It is getting everyone soaked, which is crazy because it is so hot today. Like, it's unbelievably humid. We've been meaning to do the Ferris wheel while here. This thing is enormous, 126 feet tall. It's the second mega Ferris wheel we've seen while in Japan, so we got to give it a spin. And the mountain views, too, are going to be amazing. This Ferris wheel looks so awesome. We can't wait for the views, but there's no air conditioning in this one, and it's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
So keep miserable. I'm sure the view will be great, but shit.
That wheel was amazing. It's one of the best ones I've ever done, I think. It's so large scale, the views of the mountains, the views of the rides. And what's cool about Nasu Highland, I talked about that kind of theming earlier, but you get that too with some of the coasters. They're all a different color. The whole park is colorful, but that skyline too, wow.
There was areas of this park that I feel like we haven't even explored that we saw from the Ferris wheel. It's a pretty big park too.
Yeah, it's so damn hot that we're doing the River Rapids ride. We came back towards the front of the park. I've heard Japanese rapids in general are pretty good most of the time, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. River Adventure. The theming was really cool earlier. This rapids is about to be crazy. There's a hole down here, and every time you go over a wave, it low-key like explodes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what? Right off the rip.
Stop.
Whoa.
Stop.
Also, what is this?
Stop.
What is that? That's a cushion.
Stop.
Oh! This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Dude, I love this park so much. This is great. Wow. Wow. We might be chopped. Also, the station is a temple. I don't know if I showed you guys that. It's literally themed to Chichen Itza, which is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Oh! That was awesome. Little bit of a speed section here. Dude, this is cool because even if we get really wet, oh my gosh, we'll dry off in 2 seconds because it's so hot. It's low-key or great rapids. This is nuts. We got like a tree tunnel. It's gorgeous. Wow. Holy crap.
Stop putting us into the wave.
Actually, I prefer that personally. And that's the ride. Great fun. I can't believe it. They are riding pandas through the theme park. That's amazing. We made our way back to the front of the park to do a couple things that we missed out on. First of all, the boys said there was like a really unique cave experience nearby. I don't even know what that exactly means. Second of all, there's one more coaster credit for us to get. It's actually not that Wild Mouse back there. That's closed for yearly maintenance. Instead, it's this little kiddie coaster called Whoopee Coaster, and that front car is so cute. That's the mascot of the park. Love it. And also, this doesn't even have a listed manufacturer, so who knows who built this. Anyways, though, nothing much to see with this coaster. You'll see you guys for that cave. I think we're gonna try to do that before we head out. That's a cave. I can't wait to do it. We sprinted over here because we're running low on time. Gotta catch the bus on the way out. But on the way, we ran into Evan and Josiah, and they told us this was a must-do, so we're doing it. They just gave us helmets with a light. That's awesome. We're going through this cave. Are you kidding me? We're crawling through this thing. We barely fit because we're too big. I don't know if this is for kids or what the deal is, but this is crazy. I like the triumphant music though. Whoa, this is awesome. Holy cow, the theming's low-key sick.
I'm too big for this shit, dude.
We found out it's a scavenger hunt, so they give you these wristbands and you could tap it on this.
Whoa.
We just found a crystal room. This is so cool. It's like a discovery experience, but it's also a maze. And apparently it ends in an ice house, which is famous in Japan. At these really hot amusement parks, it's like freezing cold rooms, so cool reward. Oh, here's the lava. Oh my gosh. They told us about this.
Oh, wow, is it real?
Chat, is this real? And they have a funhouse thing. This is sick. Doesn't matter how many times you do these, they always trip you out. It's hard to walk in a straight line. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, we're going down this slide backwards. Oh my gosh.
That was the scariest thing we've done in the park.
Whoa, what the heck? Oh, Japan is stupid. I love Japan, bro. It's so cold in there too. I have no idea how we just did that so quick. We speed ran it because like I said, we're in a rush to catch our bus, but that was well worth your time.
That was a workout. Yeah, that was very cool. Definitely recommend. Probably the second best thing in the park. I really like the spinning coaster too. It's probably between that and the spinning coaster for what's second best. Make sure you do that slide because that was like low-key crazy and it leads you to an ice house, which is awesome.
I had an amazing time at Nasu Highland. I think this park is absolutely fantastic. Visually, in some respects, it's a little bit run down. Tobu Zoo had the same issue, but this park has so much to do, a really good selection of rides and roller coasters as well. Big Boom being an unbelievable headliner. So far, it's my favorite coaster of the trip. Not that we've done a whole lot, but I actually think it's better than Kawasemi, which I think is saying a lot. I loved Kawasemi. Just such a quirky, quintessential Japanese park. It was a pleasure to get to go. It's so out there that I don't know if this is a place I'll really ever get to go back to, but I'm so fortunate for the opportunity.
Big Boom is amazing, exceeds expectations, and then they have a lot to do here. I really want to spend more time here, honestly.
Nasu Highland blew me away. Super scenic. Big Boom was one of the best drops in the world. My third favorite of all time so far. I wish we had more time in this park. We didn't even really speed run it, but it still felt like we did.
Yeah, I went into this park with kind of low expectations. I was really worried about ride closures and stuff, and so I just didn't really want to get too hyped up for this park, but oh man, it blew me away. It's got that Japanese vibe to it, which is really cool. It's a little run down, but for the most part, it's absolutely beautiful. The location is amazing. And then the cave thing, that was awesome. The river rapids, the Ferris wheel. There was a lot of other rides we even missed too. I could have done another 2-3 hours here. So this park is actually really cool. So it's definitely a detour, but if you can, try to get up here because it's awesome.
Yeah, to his point, I would have loved to do, we saw a Togo flat ride. There was a really unique parachute flat ride. Oh man, all sorts of cool stuff. What a treat it was to go to Nasu Highland up here in central Japan. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one from Yamiriland outside of Tokyo. Peace out, guys. Guys, we got on the bus and it started raining right away. Are you kidding me? All right, bye for real this time.